Hello everyone, my name is Zamre Rushikesh Shankar and today topic for daily task is the body cavity. The body cavity which are present within the body and it produces the main function of the protection. These are the shortcut detail about the body cavity. In that we detail discussion about the body cavity. First of all, the body cavity are the space within the body that house or protect the that houses and protect the internal organ, also by allowing for the organ movement and the growth. They can be classified into major cavities like major cavities that are subcavities and small specialized cavities. There are detailed breakdown about the body cavity. First of all, the dorsal body cavity. Dorsal is located in the back or the posterior side of the body. The cavity of primarily is the protection of the central nervous system. Then the cranial cavity. In cranial cavity location, the cranial cavity which is present in the skull. The content, the brain, cranial cavity contains the brain, meninges, protect the membranes, and cerebrospinal fluid. Then what are the function of the cranial cavity? The main function of the cranial cavity to protect the brain and the provide the rigid structure to prevent the injury from the brain. Then a spinal cavity. Spinal cavity is also known as vertebral cavity, in that which is present rests within the vertebral column. It is also known as spine. It contains the spinal cord, meninges, cerebrospinal fluid. Then what are the function of the spinal cavity? The main function of the spinal cavity is to protect the spinal cord and support the nerves signaling to the signal from the brain. Then second is the ventral body cavity. It is located in the front. It is also known as anterior body cavity, side of the body. The cavity contains the most of the internal organs and divided by the diaphragm, and also it has two main parts. First of all, the thoracic cavity. We all know that the thoracic cavity which is present in the upper chest area, closer to the rib cage and diaphragm. Then thoracic cavity is subdivided into pleural cavity, two space, one surrounding each lungs. Then mediastinum. Mediastinum is the central area housing of the heart, thymus, esophagus, trachea, and major blood vessels. Then pericardial cavity, a specific cavity within the mediastinum surrounded by the heart. What are the function of the ventral body cavity? The main function of the ventral body cavity is the protect and support the respiratory and circulatory system. Then abdominopelvic cavity. It is located below the diaphragm and divided into two parts. First of all, the abdominal cavity, in that it contains the stomach, liver, pancreas, spleen, kidney, intestine, and gallbladder. Then what are the function of the abdominal cavity? The main function of the abdominal cavity is houses digestion organs and provide the space for the digestion and absorption process. Then pelvic cavity. The pelvic cavity, it contains the bladder, reproductive organ, example uterus, ovaries, prostate gland, and rectum. Function: it supports the urinary, reproductive, and digestive function. Then minor cavities which present in the body. The first of all, the smaller cavity serve the specialized function, that is the oral cavity, that is mouth. It contains the tongue, teeth, salivary glands involved in digestion and communication. Then nasal cavity. Nasal cavity filters warmth and the humidified inhaled air. Then orbital cavities enclose and protect the eyes along with the associated muscle and nerves. Then synovial cavities. It surrounds the movable joints containing the synovial fluids to the reduce the friction. Then middle ear cavities. It located in the skull, contains the auditory OCCs and which assists the hearing. Then membrane in the body cavity. The several members which are present in the body cavity. It main function provide the protection and lubrication. In first of all, the serous membrane, which contains and which is found in the ventral body cavity, secretes the serous fluid to reduce the friction between the organs. In that, first is pleura, surrounds the lungs. Then pericardium surrounds the heart, and then the peritoneum. The peritoneum surrounds the abdominal organ. Then function of the body cavity. The first function of the body cavity is the protection. Then another is movement. Then another is compartmentalization, and then last is support. This is all about the body cavity, their types and their function. Thank you.